The second thing I wanted to bring up for you in chapter 2 is, in my book at least, on page 74. It's when he's talking with the council about how he's found this new gift, this electricity as we know it to be called, and would like to be able to use it, and the council gets kind of mad at him. They say that it took 50 years to secure the approval for the councils of the candle. Again, more inefficiency. And then in the next paragraph down, it says, "And if this should lighten the toil of men," said Similarity 50306, "then it is a great evil, for men have no cause to exist save in the toiling for other men." I hope this hit you like it hit me. It really made me stop and think, because, to be honest, I've grown up in a community where, in my family and in the people that I associate with, I place great value in serving those around me. I think that I get great benefit from it. I think they get great benefit from it. It makes me feel better about myself. I think it helps them. I don't think that men are meant to be so selfish that they don't ever help anybody else. But again, we have this idea of the government forcing this service upon you. And I think about when I was younger, and even really still now, when people force me to serve somebody else, I don't really feel like I'm serving for them, and I don't really think I get as much out of it. The other thing that it made me think about was a lesson that we actually teach when we talk about the ancient world class, if you take that one online from us, a lesson that is taught originally by a guy by the name of Aristotle, who's a pretty smart ancient Greek. And he has the idea that there are really 3 ways that you can spend your time. You've got business, you've got amusement, and you've got leisure. Now, I put business kind of in the middle because that's the kind of teeter-totter part of your time where sometimes it's good for you and sometimes it's not so good for you. Amusement, muse is, if you know your Greek mythology, were the people who would inspire the arts and would inspire your thoughts so that you could find kind of higher levels of thinking. When you put an A in front of it, that A muse means not muse, so it's not inspired time. So amusement time is the time when you're spending really like after a long day and you just need to take a break. Your brain just needs a time to rest and to not be doing something active. Amusement time is very beneficial in small doses. If you do it all the time, it's not very good for you. And I think back to my freshman year when I was in college, and there was an apartment of boys who lived relatively close to me, and every single one of them spent all of their time playing video games. It was awful. Their apartment was a disaster. I never wanted to go and visit because it was smelly and dirty and gross, and all they did was play computers. So they were spending way too much time on amusement. Now, business is when you take care of the stuff that you need to take care of in life. So it's school, well, it might be school. School can go into another category as well. It's when you need to eat, for example. It's not necessarily something that makes you happy or something that makes you sad. You just need to do it to keep on living. Going to work could be considered business. Sleeping, getting dressed, taking a bath, all that kind of stuff could fall under business because it's the stuff that you do in life that's necessary for you to keep on existing. Now, leisure over here is where Aristotle actually places school. He says that school is where you have the opportunity to excel and to grow your mind and to do things that enlighten your soul. He says that if you don't take care of your business, then you can't take care of your leisure. If you're hungry, it's harder for you to enjoy learning or to enjoy painting or to enjoy, if you remember from reading Goods of First and Second Intent with us, it's harder for you to enjoy those prime aspects of life that are best for you, that make life worth living, so that the business is to get to here, if that makes sense to you. So when he says in this community that their very existence is just to help other people, I think we can start to see why this community is so off-putting and why we don't like it, because we like to be able to find balance between time that's just relaxing, where we can get a little bit of a break, time that helps keep us going so that we can still live, and time that really is where we want to be most of the time, which is doing stuff that makes us better and makes other people better and makes our minds stronger and makes our bodies stronger, and the stuff that won't necessarily kill us but makes life so much more enriching than just existing, like a cat or a dog that doesn't have any of this as far as we know. So I hope you enjoyed chapter 7. The rest of the book, now we've reached kind of that middle point. So remember way back at the beginning when we talked about individuality and how we're going to teeter-totter. So we started over here with equality not really being much of an individual. He's going to start tilting this way. He's kind of at the middle right now, and he's going to start going way too far to this extreme. So see where that goes, and then see what you think we can do to find that happy balance between the two so that we can be individuals without completely abandoning our community or becoming selfish.